This is Painted by Pix, and I am joined today by one of the biggest D&B TikTok influencers, up-and-coming vocalists, the incredibly cute It's a Little Sound!
Hey guys, how's it going?
Thank you so much for coming on here today.
Oh, thank you so much for asking me.
You are officially my first guest.
Oh, well, I feel very honoured. Yes.
Good. So, first of all, I need to know what design you want today on your nails.
All right.
We've already done your extensions.
Yes.
Off camera.
Yeah, what we made earlier. So I would like a mixture of like pink glitter, maybe some flames.
Yes.
And then maybe like a zebra.
Yeah, I mean we can
a zebra
do
nail.
That's fine. Yeah, I will do you. Shall I just go ahead?
Yeah.
Shall I just go for it?
You go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Free reign.
Yeah.
So, I have some questions for you.
Okay.
I hope you're happy to answer all of the questions
I will try my best.
that I've got. So, where are you from? Where are you originally based?
I'm from Taunton in Somerset.
And is that where your mum lives? And
yeah, that's where I've literally been my whole life. Like all my family are there. We're quite like a tight-knit family.
Cute. You've got brothers and sisters?
I've got a stepbrother and stepsister.
Nice. And so how long have you been in Bristol for?
I moved to Bristol in 2018. Which was literally the best thing I ever did, and I'm sure a lot of people can vouch for that.
100%. Why did you move here?
I moved here because although I thought I wanted to do musical theatre, I realised that actually it wasn't for me.
That wasn't for you?
No, it wasn't for me, and I decided that, I wanted to fulfil a career in music.
Yeah.
And what better place than Bristol? This is even before drum and bass.
This is before drum and bass. So were you at BIM?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still at BIM.
And you're still at BIM. What are you studying?
I'm studying songwriting.
That's
the BA Honours course.
I mean, that goes hand in hand, really, doesn't it?
Definitely.
So you're in your third year now?
Yeah.
Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, it's really, really good. Obviously, things have been a little bit different.
Yeah, how's it been through, the whole corona thing with your studies and stuff? I guess it's been...
They've put it, all online. We did go in a bit, which was obviously nice to have a bit of human interaction.
Yeah, 100%.
But... they've kind of made an effort to make sure that we've still got
you've got
decent
facilities
and yeah.
So with your music and everything now, where are you at in your point? Because you're on Born on Road, right?
Yeah. So
how have you found working with the Born on Road boys?
Honestly, I know you can probably say they are some of the best people in Bristol. And yeah, they literally opened up so many doors for me at the beginning of my career when they put faith in me really, and nobody knew me as an artist.
I'm guessing you're on them.
I've never, it's not been done officially, but we just know Calvin. We just know that
you are Born on Road.
Yeah, it's just been a thing really.
Who's your favourite?
I can't say that.
What?
My favourite.
Who's your favourite person to work with? Because you've obviously worked with a lot of them, so you've got Select J-Man.
Obviously J-Man, production-wise, I've only worked with Gray and J-Man really. So obviously Gore, loosely, but yeah, no, I love them all for different reasons. I can't say that.
I know.
You can't do that.
I'm just getting out of you.
And Kelvin's obviously there, alongside me.
Yeah.
To kind of help with bookings and everything and the managerial stuff. And then there's obviously Aries, who is just an absolute goat.
Aries is amazing.
Yeah.
He's actually one of my favourite humans in the world.
Yeah.
He's just...
all the stories.
Oh, he's great.
Talent,
and he's so lovely and so kind.
Yeah, the most humble guy I've ever met.
Him. So how did you get into the drum and bass scene? Because if my stalking skills are right, you started with acoustic guitar and loop pedal.
Yeah.
So how did you jump into the drum and bass scene?
Okay, so I was literally constantly raving because obviously Bristol, literally you can't get away from that.
No.
Obviously I love it as well, but I was doing the acoustic stuff, constantly writing, and you'd get feedback in lessons and stuff at BIM, and I just wasn't getting a massive reaction. I didn't feel like my songs were doing maybe as well as I felt they were.
Yeah, weren't hitting right.
No, and like a lot of people do fall down the kind of acoustic singer-songwriter journey. So then I actually just got asked if I wanted to work with Gray.
And that's how it all started?
Yeah, so he was recommended to me by someone that I go to uni with.
Oh, sick.
And yeah, we worked on Fallen, and I just sent him an acoustic.
I love that song.
Yeah,
I really love that song.
Thank you. I literally sent him an acoustic sort of instrumental voice note thing.
Yeah.
And he literally built a song around it, kept the acoustic guitar in it, and that's where the elements of acoustic guitar are in it.
So what can we expect from you in, you know, the next couple of years or this year? What have you been working on? Can we talk about that?
Yeah, I've always got I say always, like every time I mention things in interviews, it's always my solo EP with Born on Road.
Yes.
That is like fully in the works.
That's exciting.
We just kind of been waiting for like the right time and to have the right people on it, and it's been obviously just very well thought about and things like that, finally getting it sorted. So yeah, that should be coming. Got lots of little collabs and things that, I say little collabs, I mean...
You got some collabs.
Some collabs.
I got some collabs.
You know, I always say little and then I'm like, but it's not little. Like,
why are a little sound?
True. I'm just playing it off as if...
Exactly.
You know.
Branding, mate. Branding.
But yeah, I'm not sure if you saw, but Molly Collins shared a little snippet of something.
I didn't see it. I missed it. My phone's been broken. It's actually been quite nice because I haven't been scrolling, but I've been missing some bits.
Yeah. No, so Molly shared on her story a little thing we've been working on.
Ah, that's exciting.
Which is so exciting considering I'm literally in love with Remedies by Molly and Ruth.
Is that like your jam?
At the moment, it's absolutely. I think it's got literally over 200,000 streams in like amazing. 2 weeks or something.
That's insane. I
think nearly 300,000. Yeah.
There's just like this generation of like, I'm not going to call them female DJs or female producers because they are just DJs and they are just producers and they're just vocalists. Let's make that very clear.
Yes.
But there's like a new wave of like women coming through, female coming through and just powering the house down. Like, I think it was good that there was such an uproar about you know, the gender divide in the industry because it was just a bit sick and tired. I was sick and tired of it.
And it needs to have something like that, and for people to react to then maybe start making a bloody change.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's exactly what I'm writing my dissertation on.
Oh, nice.
So it's all about like, it's called Raving About Equality.
Oh, I love that.
And yeah, I've spoken to like females and men in the scene to kind of just get to the bottom of what is happening and
what happened.
Surfacing the issue, not trying to solve it because it's never going to be solved as such.
No. It's too embedded.
Yeah, but to like illuminate the problems.
I think it's good to see so many different lineups coming out now that, you know, have a good mixture of female and male. What are your thoughts on all female lineups?
I'm not a fan.
No, me either.
No.
I used to be.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Sounds so stupid.
Put me exactly where you're putting a male.
I feel like you, as an artist, if you're proving yourself, put that one in for me. If you're proving yourself with your work and what you do, that's when, you know, like you do deserve to be up there.
Yeah, 100%.
But I feel like people should be quite open to listening and looking for that type of variety.
Yeah, because they're not going to necessarily be as obviously there as, you know, maybe some men that have been in the scene for a long, long time.
Yeah, 100%.
But I think there are so many amazing like labels at the moment who are fishing these artists out and really showcasing what we can do.
What we're made of.
100%.
I'm here for it because I'm like,
100% here for it.
That gets, do you know what I mean? I'm all for the women power. I'm all for equality.
Definitely.
But it's just so nice to see such a younger generation as well. There's so many like young female DJs coming through, like Artemis, Demetria, Esme Banks, all of that lot. They're like, before I joined TikTok, I didn't see any of that kind of stuff.
Really?
But I feel
it's pushing it a lot, isn't it?
That's the whole
they're getting the support on TikTok, and that's exactly what we want to see.
Exactly. And it's such a good platform to be able to do that.
And you say that, like, people obviously turn their nose up at TikTok and say it's obviously such a young audience. But it proves that it's a young audience because they're accepting of, you know,
of everybody.
Female artists as well as men. And
no, carry on, you go.
No, and it's just like so nice to see that support. And like, there's so many amazing DJs on TikTok.
They really are.
There's so many that have kind of showcased their talent when, you know, it's so much easier to get put into the algorithm and get that reach. Yeah. And that's exactly what we need to just show exactly what we're made of.
I feel like in lockdown as well, it was probably the perfect time for TikTok to blow up because it gave you a voice and it gave you a platform to be able to do that. Yeah. I will say though, there's a lot of trolling on there.
Yeah, 100%. It's ridiculous.
A lot of trolling. What has your experience been with that? Have you ever gone through any of that?
100%.
I have,
every single video.
Every single video?
Yes. Every video.
With me?
And I'm somebody who, throughout my life as a kid...
Before we move on, black or white outlines? I think black to make the on the flames. Because then it will go with your zebra print. I'm going to make this white.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
But I, as a child, and like now I've obviously like improved a lot from learning and stuff, but I found it very hard to not retaliate to something.
Oh yeah.
I'm always sticking up for myself when I probably shouldn't.
Yeah. But so should you. If it was real life, you'd be like, bah!
But then sometimes if you get a comment and you know they're just trying to wind you up and you reply, it makes me just seem silly. And I've got to try and think now, like, as a brand, as a little sound, like, I don't even need to be replying to this. Because sometimes I find that my followers will actually fight my battle for me.
Yeah. You just got to get that army behind you.
Exactly. But one recently that has kind of, you know, not triggered me, but annoyed me a little bit, is I put a video of, like, me before I found drum and bass. Yeah. And put some videos of me being, you know, my experience of a basic sort of child.
Yes.
And then when I actually started fitting in the drum and bass scene, so I showed me maybe in some festival outfits and in Bristol.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah, and I got a comment saying, so what you're saying is you downgraded. And it got, I don't think the comment necessarily is the thing that's triggering. I think it's how many likes a comment like that gets, so everyone just jumps on it and they're like, oh no, I agree, and then that's when you're like, blimey, there's actually quite a few people here that are agreeing with
that
this
opinion.
Yeah.
Oh honey,
I just replied and said, was there any need to be so rude?
I mean, as long as you're polite on there. Do you know what I mean? I just don't get why people think it's okay to comment on your stuff like that. And it's also people that in real life, you would never, they probably never even say that to your face.
Of course.
Or they wouldn't even have that opinion. They're just trolls. Yeah. They're just behind
I've never had it in person at like an event, like, oh, you sang awful. Because that's never been an insult. That's never been a thing that's been a troll comment. It's more like, oh, who does this girl think she is? Or like, why does she think she can bring out merch? Like, who even is she? And stuff. And
because like, you got shit from was it your bucket hat?
Yeah. So I showcased like the design that Aries
Charlie it's Black Olive, isn't it? Black Olive. Amazing designer. Yeah. Check her out. She's got amazing stuff.
So she designed me a hat and I was showcasing it as an idea of like, oh, would you guys be interested in buying one? Yeah. Got so many positive comments, and then there's just one that's like, sorry, like, who are you?
Like, who do you think you are?
Like, why can you just bring out merch? Like, no one even knows who you are.
Do you think that's because they only probably know you from TikTok?
I think it's because they know that sort of comment would annoy somebody who's like, you know, making their mark and kind of doing what they love and getting a good response from it and being able to actually have the opportunities to maybe have people purchase their merch and stuff, which by the way, guys, is coming soon. Yeah,
plug it, honey. Yeah, let's go. Well, so because you love bucket hats, Jazzy Garner's bucket hat right here. I relate you to bucket hats. I feel like I love your TikToks where you kind of have one and one and one, and you flip them all around. How many do you have?
Oh, it must be nearly 20 now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I
love it.
Yeah, it's a healthy obsession.
It's a healthy obsession. That's fine.
I just need to find somewhere to store them because they're annoying to store.
Maybe we need you need to have like a case.
Yeah.
Like where you can present them.
If anyone's got a decent idea of where to store bucket
just leave
hats,
it in the comments below.
Yeah,
that's
the comments,
what we need.
please.
So when is your merch coming out? What's the plan?
I don't know an actual date, but we're hoping before summer.
Oh yeah, because everyone should be wearing a little sound bucket hats.
100%.
And so, with festivals this year, have you had any bookings for them? Because obviously we don't know if they're going to be going. Fingers crossed. I'm all for manifestation and making sure that we don't speak negatively about it.
But there's an unhealthy level of.
I can't be heartbroken again.
Yeah.
I can't go through it again.
Exactly. Yeah. I've been booked for Budapest.
Yes, I'll be there.
Yes.
Yeah,
amazing.
That would be great.
Yeah, with days.
Yeah, that's going to be really sick.
Hopefully, yeah. It's quite early on, isn't it? Well, no, July.
July. But we can't go abroad till after. I feel like it might be August, you know. No, it's July.
It's like the 24th.
I feel like I reckon we'll be okay.
Hopefully. But yeah, that'll be my first abroad festival.
Your first ever? Yeah. Have you gone as a punter?
No.
So you haven't even done like Outlook?
Sadly, boyfriend went without me to let it roll 2019, and yeah, I've never forgiven
that. Be a straight up.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah, it was with friends, and I'm just like, but
I'm your friend.
It's me now, okay?
I get like that sometimes.
Yeah,
when Luke's like, I'm going to this gig in here, and I'm like, you going where? About me?
To be fair, we've made such a like bond of like having each other as a rave partner now that I don't think he'd look back.
You don't think he'd look back?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are so cute.
Oh, thank you.
You're little sweethearts. So tell me about you and Dylan on Twitch.
Oh yeah.
Put those ones in there for me.
They look sick.
They're coming. They're all right. We're going with the right theme.
Yeah, 100%.
Amazing.
Onto
It's alright. It's fine. We're all good.
On
It happens to all my
Twitch.
clients. They're always like, I'm sorry, and I'm like, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. I'm sure. So we started live streaming on TikTok because so many. You can like literally go onto a For You page, but just for like videos.
Yes.
So I would get so many new people that have never seen my face before.
Is that from doing lives?
From live streams, yeah. So that was like the reason that I did it. But the amount of trolls in the comments is ridiculous.
I see them all the time when I scroll through TikTok, and I like watching tarot videos.
Yeah.
Because that's the type of girl I am.
Yeah.
And they just are so trolly, but then they just leave a comment, leave.
Yeah.
Leave a comment, leave.
100%.
Yeah, and with trolling, I feel like it's important to talk about D&B talk. Because there's been so many times, like I was in that group where I've looked at some of the comments and I've been like,
how?
Why do you think it's even okay to say that? Like
How
ripping
is
people like
scene got
Inja
to it?
apart.
Yeah.
Who's like one of the most positive people in
Yeah.
the drum and bass? Like who? What? Excuse me?
Yeah, 100%. There's like so many times where questions were asked of like, what do you think of this song? And like, what do you think of this EP that's just been released? And like, no one wants to see that. What was was it? I don't know if it was on D&B Talk, but on one of them, they're just laughing about this female MC. And like, she was doing a wicked job.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean?
There's just no need for
And it was posted in there a couple of times, and the admins obviously did not care. And the comments made me feel sick.
I feel like it's so important to kind of have this brand and this like, but you want to also, like you say, be so
open
to
and yourself. I do find that I change my content sometimes to be like, oh, you know, let's please everyone.
Yeah.
Let's not do anything in the way that might upset people. And like, there's an easy route with TikTok and obviously like rave culture, and there's quite a few accounts on there which just purely post drug content.
Yeah,
things related to drugs.
But don't people realise that like you're literally putting online that you do drugs?
Yeah, and I've loosely touched upon things, but kind of in the way that, because I also have a half sister who's 10, and that's on my dad's side, and she literally loves TikTok. She follows me, and I think, would my sister
I just don't
know what that is?
Exactly.
Or like, there's ways that you can touch upon it and people can relate, and
bait shit out.
yeah, there are kids literally like I probably would say 12 posting themselves absolutely on one.
I mean, I was in a field drinking a bottle of Glen's
Lambrini.
vodka.
I was on the
Lambrini.
Yeah.
Drinking Glen's vodka and smoking
You're
a
on the
packet of
hardest
10
stuff.
Mayfair. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was from Wiltshire. Do you know what I mean? I was from I was from the ends.
Oh, 100%.
No, I was from the ends. I was just country girl. Do you know what I mean?
Country girl, yeah, same.
And that was what we did back then. But now I feel like everything is so online and so spotlighted. Like, I find with like Snapchat and things like that, you see these things of like young people like online, like doing
The stuff, yeah.
And things like that. And I just like, I would never ever dream of putting anything like that on my thing.
It's how you want to be promoted as a person.
Exactly.
And there's ways that you can do it to kind of relate to people. Like, you know, I might jokingly, I'd never fully post anything.
But then I feel like also when people are putting it online and it's so like normal, that's where the problems happen.
Yeah,
with
it's like
drug
normalising
abuse
it,
and
isn't
normalising it,
Yeah,
because
100%.
it's not a normal thing to do.
No.
It's not cool to go so far.
But it's also on TikTok. It's on TikTok, as in like it's their problem. But they are taking down videos of people's stuff. Like, I've had videos taken down where I'm literally, I think there was one where I was literally just dancing and it said has been taken down for sexual nudity and harassment.
Taken down
It just means it's being reported and it's a troll. But they're keeping up videos of kids absolutely off their faces. Like, it's
there
upsetting.
is negative to online.
So many negatives.
And
yeah.
like, we have to be so careful. I'm all for a bit of fun, but you should be looking after your mates.
100%.
You should be checking on your mates, making sure that, you know, everything is done safely and moderately, because you lose so many people to drug culture.
100%.
And it's scary.
Yeah, it is.
It's really scary. And with the, like,
they don't realise, they don't see that side of it, do they? They see the fun and they see, yeah, 100%.
It's been like the sesh.
Yeah.
I love the sesh, and like, we all love a good sesh.
Yeah.
But you know, you've got to know your limits.
100%.
So if you had your perfect lineup, top 5 perfect lineup, what would it be? Top 5.
High contrast.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to be like obvious.
No, honey, it is your opinion and it is your decision, so you can say whatever you like.
So we got high contrast. I want to see Coven.
Yeah.
Coven.
Because you've told me now, off camera, that she's been around for like 10 years.
Mad.
And it's all changed and blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah.
Very Europe based. Now she's becoming very popular everywhere.
Yeah.
Which I think is unreal. They're a duo.
But she won the D&B award, right?
She won the vocalist.
Yeah.
Best vocalist
Love
award.
that.
And like the most deserved, do you know what I mean? Like, if you do some research into Coven, you will literally
Her stage shows
be so
look
amazed.
sick.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So Coven, Dr. Mika live set. I can't even think.
Come on, you got two
I don't
more.
want to say Hybrid Minds because
Yeah, but
it's
you can.
always
Hybrid Minds are great.
Okay, Hybrid Minds.
Hybrid Minds, and they are killing it on their Kiss show at the moment.
They
I'm going to
absolutely
big
are.
them up. They played Bish's tune the other day, and
Yeah,
I was
LSD.
a proud
They
sister
did.
moment.
Amazing. So Hybrid Minds and the last one.
It could be anybody, like alive,
But I've not really seen people
passed away.
There's loads of people that I love that DJ and produce, but I've not seen them. But I don't know what they're like live or.
Okay, well then who, like, if they don't even have to be alive. It could be like something like Prince.
Do you know what though? I do love just a Born on Road show.
They are great.
Regardless
all
of
there.
who it is.
With,
Yeah,
like,
so we've got
Calvin,
Aries, Kelvin, J-Man.
Yeah, I
That,
mean, it's fire.
You're set up for a good night.
You are set up for a really good night.
So if I'm saying who I'd want to see, it's those guys.
DJ Bish, I'm in the middle of filming. I'm gonna go now. DJ Bish, everybody. DJ Bish.
So, some advice that I'd give to...
What's your number 1 tip?
So yeah, basically keeping up your social media.
Yeah.
That is literally the thing that has got me through, because if I hadn't posted on YouTube from when I was 12, and you know, obviously you don't have to have done it that long.
Yeah.
But like, people wouldn't people like Kelvin actually, yeah, he probably saw me from video. I think he said he saw me from footage and stuff like that on my socials, and how confident I looked on stage and stuff, which
that's great.
Maybe not so much, but yeah, it's things like that just posting maybe like once a day,
keeping on top of it,
like the algorithm loves if you're posting constantly.
Yeah, it's hard work.
Mr. Algorithm, he's needy.
He's needy.
Yeah,
put that one in there for me.
So it's something that even if you don't even have like fresh content, just find a way to be creative and upload maybe something old or like
well, that's what they say, is that on like things like TikTok, you should just you should have just like content that you refresh and you just reuse all the time.
But like just make it like different
times.
But it's obviously in lockdown, it's been a lot more difficult to get fresh content and photos and obviously live footage and things like that. So I've been reposting stuff, but like making sure that the captions are there and hashtags are really, really important.
Yeah, they're really good. Yeah, I feel like, especially in the nail world, like I have just like a little selection of hashtags that I just keep on my notes, and then I just use them.
That's exactly what I do
each time.
But so if you're an upcoming, a vocalist, an aspiring vocalist, it's more just, there's so many producers that are I see constantly posting on their stories looking for vocalists, and like if there's anyone that I have in mind, I'll recommend them. But producers as well as vocalists that are both trying to get their foot in the door or whatever, it's the best thing to do, like me and Gray working with one another and not trying to push it too big and not trying to,
it's just putting yourself out there,
and like it doesn't matter if your first song doesn't do very well, like just it's having that content. And I
feel like people need to realise that, like, I feel because of this online thing, when they're like, oh, I've been posting loads of videos but no one's blah blah blah, it takes hard work.
It really does. I've been
such hard work.
It literally sounds like, okay, I've the drum and bass thing has come around really quick and I've done quite well in such a short space of time. But when you actually look at how many gigs I did within my other genre and how not back I got and how I was never getting any events, anything, like no bookings and things.
Let that to go down.
Sorry,
that's all right.
And then like that's when you think, and I've been posting on YouTube since I was 12, like that is a long time.
It's a really long time. Like I look at Luke, like he's been doing this for I've known him for 11 years. And the hard work and the dedication, that's going to go back in because it's a little bit tacky. So when you're in there, lift your thumb up towards the light.
Cool.
I feel like people don't realise how much work goes in behind the scenes.
It also, like, there's so many people that are big that you probably, once you actually realise they've been doing things before this, like they're not.
There's a lot of admin.
It doesn't just come out like it does. I can fully vouch for the fact that it looks like I've just moved to Bristol and my amazing career has flourished and it's all happened so easily, because it has been very easy and helpful because of like the support from Born and Road and things like that. But before then, like I was lost, like fully lost with my stuff, and like
just didn't know where you were going and what you wanted to do.
Thought that Bristol was just going to sort it with the whole singer-songwriter stuff, and didn't really know where I was.
Moving to the big city with a big dream, that kind of vibe. But it's because that's what's like portrayed in movies and online. Is that like this is how it works, but
and it's difficult for me to say like it's not, there's a lot of that behind it, but like there has, and that when people said to me like, why are you posting on YouTube? Like that's so cringy, and like what are you doing? That's so embarrassing. I was like people would sit in IT in the like computer rooms and they'd put on my YouTube videos whilst I'm in there and all be like gathering around and like laughing. And I was literally like, I can remember that. It's like scarred me, but
it's trauma, honey.
It's reminded me why, like, and like now they're all trying to be DJs and stuff, and like
people will pick at you and they will try to bring you down, but you need to remember that you can't even let them affect your life anymore, because people will always try to bring you down. But if you stick to you and your hard work, then who are they to take the piss at you? They'll be coming to run into you when they want to guest list.
I'm sure.
So as we finish off, I think it's really important to touch on the fact that we're going back to raves and good things are happening and it's very exciting. Safety for women in the rave is so important. And the whole sexual harassment thing that's been going on, I feel like we should touch on that subject. Have you ever had to go through something like that? Because I have multiple times.
I think when I was actually not raving as such, but when I was in clubs at home, there's times where I've been slapped on the ass or spoken to at the bar, or like because I've always really kind of had a boyfriend, so like when my partner's like gone to the toilet or something. But yeah, no, I think I'm lucky in the sense that I'm always with Dylan. Yeah. Like at rave, so that's something where I feel more safe. But even then, like, I'll still, you know, if he goes to the toilet for a bit, that kind of safety blanket's gone, and I think, oh my god, there's someone staring at me, or...
Yeah, I feel like it's happened, do you know what, the worst time it's ever happened to me is when Inja was on stage, singing She Just Wanna Dance, and this guy at Dakota groped me, and I punched him.
Yeah.
Punched him, he fell over. But he like didn't turn around, and no one saw around me because it was in that, is it room 3, the one that's like at the top of the side, and it's so dark in there. But I feel like it's really important to talk about it because we're going back to the rave scene, and we should be able to, as women, as anybody, be able to wear what you want without...
That's the thing. I've been at a rave at Lakota, and it was Halloween, and I was wearing like a police outfit. And okay, a bit of bum might have been out.
Yeah, but it's just a bit bum. Doesn't mean you're asking for it.
But I will say, one of the security made me feel quite uncomfortable. And that's the thing that people forget, don't they? They're like, it's not necessarily the people that are inside. It can also be the ones that are supposed to be safeguarding.
I mean, that's just the topic that's happening at the moment, isn't it?
It's
really difficult.
So yeah, that's probably for me, and it's like...
I think it's important
I was
as club
with
owners.
my boyfriend as well, but they spoke to me afterwards, and it's like...
Yeah, great. I feel like it's important as club owners and promoters and... you know, everyone who's working, that if they do see something like that happening, that it should be taken into account because it is sexual harassment.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of DJs and everyone posts and promoters on their Facebooks being like, if this ever happens to you, please let me know. And that never used to be a thing.
Yeah.
I've been laughed at when I've told them that, like, this guy's just touched me and it doesn't make me feel okay.
They don't care,
like, what am I meant to do? And it's like, I think it's good, but
yeah, that is good.
Just guys, girls don't want you grinding up behind you in the rave. I just want to dance.
Yeah, exactly.
In the words of
Inja.
In the words
she just
of Inja.
wants to dance. Just let her bloody dance.
Thank you so much, Abby, for coming and talking to me today. I really appreciate it. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you so much.
I'm looking forward to seeing everything that you've got in 2021, and I just wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me here as well. Like, it's been so great to just chat.
Good.
You're
I know
wicked
we probably
anyway.
waffled on a bit.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Probably, both
Mother's meeting.
Yeah. Well, what else are you meant to do when you have your nails done?
Exactly. Thank you for joining me for the first ever Painted by Pix. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you, Abby. Thank you so much for coming on. You know what to do, guys. Like and subscribe. I'm going to leave all of Abby's details in the description below so you can check out her new music and her socials. And also leave a comment below to who you want to see next on Painted by Pix. Until next time.